Coming to you live from a prostitute-infested shanty on top of a frozen lake, the number one podcast all the hot babes are raving about. Slick and Brewski save the world! Welcome to our humble abode, the shanty. I'm Slick, and joining me as always is America's favorite horn patriot, the Brewski.
Back in the saddle again.
Helping you untangle the bullshit headlines the media feeds us like stale Cheerios, and learning it's not all what it seems. Today's show, we're talking about heart attacks in the NFL. What do you think about this Damar Hamlin having a heart attack after taking one? I tried to watch the videos. This is kind of interesting because you start looking for the YouTube videos, and there's not a lot of clean ones.
Well, they've taken them off, the ones that they have on Google and YouTube.
All I seem to find is like, oh yeah, this guy's shoving down your throat a theory. Mm-hmm. Well, they show the clip down in the bottom, but it's not a clean shot. Right. So it's like they're scrubbing it. You know?
Here's the thing. The hit wasn't that big for the first thing, but he did get hit in the chest, heart region. They said he had a heart attack. The problem is,
I didn't see him even get hit in the chest.
Right. Well, he got hit. It was a clean tackle. I mean, he wasn't even that hit. That it was just a.
Because I watched the video, I don't even know which one of them it is till everyone's standing.
I think he's number
down.
3. He's
so
number 3 in the video.
every time I try to watch it, all I see is like
he's number 3.
A crowd, and then he falls down.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it wasn't hit that hard. He wasn't hit that hard.
What do you know about getting hit that hard?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, I've been hit hard in football before. And I'm just saying he wasn't hit that hard. So either he had something else already going on, in my opinion, or, I mean, it's a freak of nature thing, or there's this little thing called the little jabber jab, that they had. Supposedly, rumors going around that.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Yep, but here's the thing. Supposedly, December 26th is, from what I'm hearing from multiple sources, that quite a few players had the second booster, I believe it was, on December 26th.
Got boosted.
So, and it's a heart region, okay? There's been a lot of cases out there, people having some heart issues and all kinds of situations going on with chest issues, breathing apparatus,
I watched a video about a guy that says never in the history of NFL or football has anyone had a heart attack and fell down on the field ever. Just saying.
Well, there's been a few people who have died in the NFL, but they've
not
had
like
seizures.
From a heart attack.
Right.
This is the first time it's ever been cardiac arrest.
Look up how old he is. He's not that old, I don't think.
Right. Makes you question yourself. And it's not the first sports activity where someone dropped dead or laid, he's not dead, but not the first sports activity where you watched him just died suddenly. And they are finding these things when they embalm people, right? These protein-like things that don't come up on what is it, like CAT scans and shit. That's the part that freaks them out.
Well, when they do the embalming, they're pulling out freaking tumors and shit, whatever. I saw one that was almost 8 inches long.
They say it's like the spike protein, and it it's almost like a weird gelling up of it or something. And then but again, you can't say this stuff on Facebook where you think it would be an open debate, open conversation, let the shit fly, let people talk, but nope, they're shooting it down right away. And that's when it makes me say, we might be getting close here,
right? Because
they're censoring it, because everything they've censored turned out to be true.
Well, there's a few things going on.
And we are in Nazi Germany. Oh my God.
There's a few things going on.
You better find you somebody big, strong to protect you from the vaccine.
Right. One, this kid's 24 years old. Damar Hamlin is 24 years old, everybody. Just let everybody know
24?
that. Having a heart attack at 24 years old.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound right. Okay. And I go to Swenson's and eat fucking 2 Galley Boys, one in each hand. I fucking spit out the toothpick with the olive.
They're going back to the original cheese.
And I'm
you hear
still
that?
not having. Oh, great! We got him going on about.
They're going back to the original cheese finally.
Certain place that's not a sponsor of ours.
Right, but they took some backlash and they're going back to the original stuff. I believe
you guys could see the veins popping out of his head when he talks about the poor quality of the favorite fast fast restaurant.
But my thing about it is he's 24 years old.
24 years old.
I don't believe he's got any,
rape charges.
No. If he had any kind of pre-existing heart condition,
happy endings,
they would be
wrong quarterback,
keeping an eye on him,
running back.
very seriously. And it was a sudden thing, and it's a freaking nature thing. And he wasn't hit that hard.
Let me ask you this question:
he wasn't hit that hard.
How good were these Bills playing? Are they a decent team this year?
They're a very good team.
Okay,
but
because we don't speak good football teams here in Cleveland.
Right.
We don't know what that's all about.
Young, healthy athlete.
Fairly handsome looking man.
He's not like
I'm not gay, but
he's not an overweight lineman or anything like that. I think he's a safety or a corner. So they're always shredded. They're quick, fast, always ripped, great condition.
Shredded, ripped, great condition.
Always.
Guy had a lot going for him, and then he got that booster, and life just kind of...
And that's what I'm saying. But nobody's talking like that, bud. There's two things. That and... Okay, you know how when we grew up...
Have you had adverse effects from your vaccine? Probably not, because you wouldn't be listening to our channel.
Right.
So just go away.
Or if you want to slip us a message and...
Send us a message and tell us what life's like in your concentration camp town.
or just tell us your experience,
Slick
good
and
or bad.
Brewski Communist Trauma Hotline.
Or here's another thing. Like, you got... All right, remember when we were growing up?
We grew up?
Yeah, right. Growing up, when
Lincoln Logs,
when you're playing a sport,
PlayStation.
Here's the like I always talk about, the mindset is dangerous.
Yeah.
When we're growing up,
we threw rocks at other kids.
Somebody on your team, I don't care if it's a heart attack, broken leg, whatever. Guy gets taken out on a stretcher. You clap. And what do you do as a team? You come together and you want to win the game for that person.
Yep. Let's pull together. Let's get one in there for Kilmer's Coyotes.
You're right. Let's get one for the Gipper. You know what I mean?
Gipper.
But the problem is now, these idiots are all around crying.
I'll tell you why they're crying. Because they all got the same fucking shot. And they're like, no, it's going to be me that fucking dies. They made us take
and I really think a lot of them are thinking that way.
A little bit of, what do we call that, booster remorse?
That might be, yeah.
Boost your feelings up.
Hey,
let me tell you something. If you turn on any radio station out there now and don't tell me you don't hear a fucking Pfizer ad
100%.
within 3 commercials per fucking radio spot break, and it's like, man, McDonald's got to be fighting them in there somewhere.
Right.
But you're talking about corporate money, billions and trillions or whatever they made on that vaccine, and they're just shitting it right back out. You can't get away from this vaccine stuff.
Bro, this vaccine's everywhere. It's making people... mentally and physically weak, I believe. Mindset, I'm telling you, mindset weakness is worse than physical weakness any day of the week.
That brings me to a question. How do you feel?
You got athletes.
Do you feel like you could take a shot to the chest on the football field?
I've done it before. I mean...
And you wouldn't be hurt because you didn't get the booster.
I'm just saying it was a sudden thing of a 24-year-old kid. A sudden freak accident that nobody knows if we have pre-existing, because if he has pre-existing heart stuff and he got hurt on a field, somebody's getting sued, bro. Players Association's going to be all over that.
Right.
For not letting him play in the first place. Well, but the mindset thing, these guys are all standing around crying and stuff and leaving the field. The whole not coming together for your teammate and rather be crying and sad and kind of being a weak person instead.
Yeah.
If you're right and people are kind of scared, like maybe one of them knew that he didn't want to take the shot in the first place. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, line up and fucking get it, or you got to get away from the NFL. So they waited their whole lives to get here.
Or they
you
see
really think they're going to fucking...
I'm telling you, bud, there's some people there's going to be some books coming out when certain people retire.
I do like the way that DeSantis is about he's starting to bring some light into how come there's not this and there's not that about the vaccine. And it's refreshing. Now, if I've learned anything about politicians is that you get a lot of talk and no real action.
Right.
And
or you get a bunch of people rhinos.
Well, the powers that be will just keep it going in their favor, and there's really nothing that can be done. Is it that the people can't do anything, or is it that they act like they're doing something and nothing gets done? Doesn't matter. Nothing gets done.
Right.
You still got people out there trying to change the gender. Your goddamn kids in school.
Right.
And there's no fixing it.
Yeah, it's sad. Michigan's having cross-dressers and freak show.
You
what
got
are they called?
Murderers out there murdering people.
They're having freaking what are they called? Drag queens read the kindergartners.
And what they're trying to say is that they just don't want kids to be that awestruck when they see a transgender person. Well, let me ask you a question. How fucking often do we expect to see these fucking wackos?
They're going to be all over the place soon, bro.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think they should be.
Right.
So let's ask questions.
Kids are so confused, it's whatever.
Well, they can be confused, right. So we need to try and shelter them and keep them in a church and telling them if you disobey Jesus, you're going to get hot acid poured on your hand. I'm just kidding, though.
Close enough, yeah.
You'll get slapped with a ruler like a nun.
What they're trying to make the normal is kind of scary for kids. But, I mean, DeSantis has got a good head on his shoulders, which it's coming down to, but if old Trump don't run again, he doesn't want to, whatever. I
don't think he has a choice. I think that's the way it's built to work. Is they got to get everybody angry again, right. And the only one that's going to really do it is Trump. So they're going to bring him back in,
but he's going to. The dream team would be Trump with DeSantis as vice president.
That
team would never lose. That team is amazing.
They didn't like Trump because he literally got things done on a budget, right. And he made things happen, and that's not the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to take a long time, right. And they're supposed to dump all this money into people's accounts so that they can make money.
Right.
Yeah, when he gets elected, the people that have it easy right now are going to say, God damn it, we got to get him out of there. And then
I got to get a job.
Then they got the January 6th,
That was a bunch of bullshit. There was one Republican and they were a rhino on that board.
Mike Pence.
He's a piece of shit too.
Piece of shit, huh?
Yeah, he went on all the morning shows and everything, bad mouthing Trump.
I think he's gonna come in as the primary Republican candidate, right. And we're all gonna have to act like we don't know better. Like, why is he even on this?
He's trying to go the soft Ben Carson route. Ben Carson is twice the man Pence will ever be in his life.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben Carson.
What makes you say he's trying to go that route?
Because they're both the soft-spoken, Christian, smart, whatever. Carson would be the best vice president of all time.
My Mike Pence impression sounds like this. We're going to take back what is important and blah, blah, and then Ben Carson's more like, well, the first thing we're going to talk about is
how we're going to do it.
I used to be a head surgeon and stuff, and I ain't saying he's a bad guy. I always like what he said, but he's like kind of like, I'm sorry, are you talking? You're mumbling.
Well,
like,
not everybody can be freak shows.
Chilling out.
Biden's got all the freak shows in his cabinet. The one just got fired.
Maybe Ben Carson's like that because he's like accidentally slipped with a scalpel and cut somebody's brain open, and you can't panic. You just got to be like, oh, that's all right. We'll just stitch that back up. And that's where we got the Brewski.
Right. But
staple that one. Okay, I'm gonna go get another donut, guys. That's my Ben Carson.
Did you
fucks
see?
Up. Is he? Where was he? A heart surgeon? I can't. I think.
But he's one of the best.
He was a brain surgeon.
Dude, he's one of the best top surgeons in the world.
Ben Carson, if you're listening, we could use a couple good brains. I'm just kidding. We know everything because we're right-wing MAGA extremists.
What's your dude's name that went to dress like a female and got fired for stealing women's clothing at the airport?
Well, it wasn't that Adam. Who was the Levine guy? That freak show fuck knob that's taking our tax money and acting like
is that the health?
Like we wouldn't beat the shit out of him with a pillow.
The one, no. The one that got fired for taking the clothing is the nuclear waste director or whatever the hell.
Well, that was a flash in the pan.
Yeah,
a fucking nerd.
You literally have to have like some kind of freak show tendency to be on the board with.
Well, this is Biden just poisoning the White House.
Right.
It's just kind of showing everybody
what
he can get away with.
Right.
And I don't think it's getting normalized because I don't even think most leftists would be on board with that goof tard.
Yeah,
but even then, in the end, it turned out to be a criminal. So it's like, is it that hard to keep people in the fucking? I don't think anybody knew about him until he tried to steal luggage, though, right? So what is that like? What it took? Like if he wouldn't have done that, we would have never found out about this wacko.
Probably.
He'd still be in there taking care of nuclear waste.
He was doing some crazy stuff before that. Plus his pictures circulating and stuff with him and BDSM shit and. Just crazy stuff, man.
BDSM.
Right. So, but yeah, at least your girl Pelosi's gone.
Pelosi's out, and we can all
celebrate 2023.
Mexican
correct.
hat dance.
Yes.
Holy shit! Inside trader.
Her husband's boyfriend. I don't know if he's going to jail or not.
That's right. He got beat over the head with a hammer. How's
he doing? Cops showed up, and they're both in their underwear with hammers.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Glass broken from the outside or inside out.
Huh.
But
They swept it kind of off under the rug pretty
Under
quick.
the rug, bud.
And we're just going to wait till he recovers. And
Yeah,
don't talk about my husband getting beat over the head with a hammer by an underwear-wearing assailant.
They said that he was going after Pelosi, Tom Hanks, Mrs. Pelosi, all of them. And I'm like, geez, relax.
Sounds like how they went
This
after...
is the biggest... the cameras go off for an hour. People don't comprehend those cameras. They don't go to a regular security. They go to like a state-run security office. Mm-hmm. They're state officials.
Right.
Government officials.
Right. So it's definitely documented. Where the
Right.
fuck's the footage,
Yes.
Pelosi? Where's the fucking footage, Pelosi?
Right. So...
You lousy bitch.
That whole thing... Yeah, that whole thing was a messed up situation also. But so Pelosi's gone, so we can celebrate 2023.
Hey,
that right off the rip.
bringing in the new year with a
and we
new
got
house.
and the house is in good hands at the moment.
So it seems, but is anything going to get done, or is it going to be a big nothing burger? Tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping some things can get done. They can do investigations on the house.
Like
they're the ones that can
how
open
COVID
investigations.
really started, and start to figure out where this thing came from.
Or
is that going to happen?
Or if your boys
let us know your thoughts. Is anything going to go on about the COVID origins? Is Fauci going to be questioned at all, or did he get away with it scot-free, releasing a bioweapon that has now plagued mankind, and it'll never go away?
And the Bidens.
And it very well may have possibly killed your grandparents.
Right.
But these leftists are like, oh, I guess that's okay. Cuomo fucking killed my parents in a nursing home. I guess it's fine.
And the Bidens, they got the laptop still out there and shit. So it's pretty sad when, where's the laptop and nobody knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did they get rid of that now?
Dude, you can't make this stuff up. But so you got that situation. And then, you got like the old George Santos.
They might be making it up. They might be making it up to get everybody angry.
And what did your boy George Santos say?
He said he was Jewish. So
right.
He's making up the fact that he's Jewish. So
right.
basically what I see is a left-wingist posing as
a
a Republican
rhino,
to go
right.
in and destroy all that we find dear
right.
about Republicans. So when they're like, well, Republicans aren't always right, too,
right.
it's because of shitbags like this guy acting like he's fucking Jewish. God damn it.
Just like the wines.
Sorry.
The rhinos,
I'm going to take a breather here.
Big difference between a Republican and a rhino, bro.
Yeah. Rhinos have way big... No, that's a fake rhino. I meant like... Yeah, these people are terrible. What about Tulsi Gabbard? She's like a Fox News contributor.
But she gave up on her Democratic side, bro.
Well, she did the right thing.
Yeah, she's
and
my gal.
Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake's a bad gal, bud.
Yeah, and...
that whole situation, she got screwed in that situation, too.
She was... Yeah, and... ugh.
Screwed. Once again,
we're losing everything.
2 o'clock in the morning.
We don't know.
Votes come in. That's another situation with votes.
It's a shady thing, and there's nothing that can be done after the fact, and they won't.
Democrats are very good at just get it through. We'll worry about it in the end. That's what they're having problems with college football right now.
I'm starting to think about Democrats as being the guy that hits you in the nuts and runs off into a
100%,
crowd.
100%.
Runs off into a crowd.
The guy that pokes the bear and runs. 100%.
Yeah.
But like
weaselly motherfucker.
They're having a situation right now. The Dems had to start it with the whole NIL deals in college football. I know you don't know a whole lot about sports, whatever, but college football right now is having a situation because players are being able to get paid. Okay, so
they are being able to get paid,
right? By anybody. Ohio State's losing players because people are paying more for them to go to another university. It's insane right now.
So how's this come into politics?
It all comes full circle. I'm not mad about kids getting paid to play football, whatever. The universities make a lot of money. Okay, each kid should get a stipend or whatever. Same amount of money. Everybody gets it, okay? Whatever. Not a whole lot of money, but just something, because they do raise hundreds of millions of dollars for their universities. The problem I have, a typical Democrat move, get it pushed through as fast as I can with no guidelines, restrictions, or anything like that. So what's it doing right now? The damn Wild Wild West out there. Kids are literally telling schools, yeah, I'll be there next day, taking money to go somewhere completely different. There's no loyalty. It's teaching these kids at an earlier age not to be loyal, okay? And a lot of these kids are not the smartest things in the world going to college because they're athletes. They're very smart. They're very athletically gifted. And naive. They're taking a good amount of money, so they're going to be rich and dumb. So
rich and dumb.
And how do those kind of kids vote? Just take a gander.
Dumb Democrats.
It's kind of scary. Right. It's just kind of scary overall. And it's teaching these kids loyalties out the window, man. It's kind of scary. It's these universities, all your big time universities, all Democrat,
compromised,
all Democrat. Look at the schools. Look at the teachers.
Marxist,
all
poison.
100%.
Marxism, 100%. Poison. Communism takeover. Right. It's all over.
Right.
There's no winning this.
I don't know why we're doing this. We're fucked.
Death of 1,000 cuts.
No, that's what it is. It sucks because there's future. I mean, there's a lot of little kids out there. A lot of parents want to send their kids to college and stuff. But the problem is, I don't know. It's getting worse before it gets any better. I think because now, how many parents all these parents? Oh, my kid's gonna be a pro. Oh, he's gonna be a pro. Those parents are 10 times worse now.
Well, because they don't have time to really spend with their kids because
100%.
Inflation,
right?
Housing
and then you
crisis,
got these.
Cost of living has gone up,
and then you got and all that's going up. Well, now a kid's gonna be taking money to go to college, and mom's gonna be putting her kid out there as the highest bidder. You see how it's
and the indoctrination goes on and on 100%, and on and on, and 100%. These kids get served up bullshit.
What have you done for me lately? Attitude comes in, and that's one of the worst. That's why you'll see.
Yeah,
you got a lot of people that jump.
What's in it for me?
You're right. A lot of people jump jobs.
WIFM radio.
That's the big difference between a job and a career. A lot of people who are like-minded like that are job-oriented. They jump around to different jobs every 6 months. Than actually get a career.
The kid down at Arby's said he was just coming. It was he had opened, closed, and did it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Damn, dude, I'd fucking be walking out."
Right.
But until then, hand over that jalapeno roast beef slider.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'll see you later, there, Chuck. But I like to give him some words of encouragement. Encouragement, like you don't have to take this shit, but. I guess for today you do.
To my sandwich.
Now, I don't know what to tell these people. Working hard at a fast food place, is it going to get you anywhere? Not really, because you work for the corporate fucks.
It's a lot of good people start in fast food and work up the corporate ladder. Those places put kids through school.
Yeah.
And they move their way up.
School so they can learn how to be
But the problem
Marxists.
is now, what they've been saying is a lot of these fast food places are going to go robotic everything.
Oh, God,
soon.
Yeah. And then they're going to.
They're not going to have the people. Well, they're not going to have the people who are learning business and moving up the corporate ladder. It's going to be all these people
technology.
Coming from.
Remember, we were talking about this some God knows how long ago, back when we were on the waves and had to run from the NSA, who was spying on us.
Yes, gosh,
they came a knocking, so we had to go and we had to scramble our. We had to jump to a. What is
non-video form of communication.
What do they call that? When you, I don't know. At any rate, now we're back and we're here to save the world, and the world will be saved. God bless it, even if it takes another 100 years.
Yeah,
we're gonna let our kids run it. Are you gonna have a kid?
Probably one of these days.
Yeah, there's probably one running around out there, huh?
Probably.
Well. Make sure he doesn't eat too much high fructose corn syrup.
Right.
And, so, no one wants to work.
Right.
Technology's taking over. It's not anyone's...
You notice lines are longer at fast food places these days?
It's absolutely fucked. Well, it just depends.
And it takes longer to get through them?
I have a tolerance.
I
only have so much tolerance that I can sit in a fast food place because the other one's just across the street.
The only one I go to is a sub shop and sometimes a Mexican walk out
Mexican,
type place.
That's what they.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with Mexico whatsoever.
It's Mexico.
It's a big.
Those are the only two I really go to.
Tortilla shell,
right?
Wrapped in and wrapping up everything we find dear in life anymore. But it does feel like it's less greasy, and it makes me feel good about it, rather than dumping more grease into my body and taking a big fat shenanigans. At any rate, well, between no one wanting to work and players having heart attacks on the football field, at least we got Pelosi out of the house. I'd say we're fucked. But don't take our word for it. Tell us what you think and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and get on the bandwagon, because Slick and Brewski are going to be coming to a world near you and saving it.
Next time
on Slick and Brewski.
Save the world!
We're nasty, that's just the way we roll. And I think it's time for you to get your kicks come through on a nasty goal. So set the pace, make a move, make history for the books, and join me on the nasty side so you can quit with the nasty looks. Cause you think you're wild, well we are too. It's like one big old nasty zoo, and you just might wanna watch a step tonight, or you might end up with a nasty bite. From the AK nasty, that's our way. Gets nasty here every day. Bit nasty, but it ain't no crime, so let's all get nasty one more time. Things might get a little nasty.